Hello everyone, so today we are going to be doing permanent French acrylic. So I applied the bondage in order to protect the natural nail from the product and also to help the product to stick. So I'm using a white polymer to create the permanent fringe. So it's important to pick a bead that you will be able to control when you create your permanent fringe line. So it's also important to make sure you clean after placing your bead so that you've got a clean fringe line. When you create your permanent fringe line, you need to make sure you create a C shape. I always call it a smiley. It has to be a clean C shape. Avoid creating a straight line. Always clean your fringe line while it's still wet. More polymer, that's your powder. Add more so that you are able to have a solid color depending on the color that you are using to create your permanent fringe. Just make sure you always have a solid color. If you're still learning how to create your permanent fringe line, just use smaller beads, then it's easier for you to create your fringe line. Also allow your permanent fringe line to dry before you can apply your clear acrylic. So with my clear acrylic, the first bead I place it on the stress area. It's important for you to create your C curve on your stress area, which is the middle of your natural nail. That's where you get your stress area. Moving closer to the cuticles, I always use the smallest bead in order to avoid touching the cuticles. So slowly dab the product nicely. Avoid touching the cuticles. You don't want to cause lifting when it comes to your application. Then I use my medium bead to cover the permanent fringe acrylic. I use my orange wood stick to check if the application is dry. Remember, sound means dry, no sound means it's still wet. Then I used my teardrop file to file my application. It's important to make sure that your application is nice and smooth and clean also. I used my buffer to remove all the scratches from the file. Remember, after filing you sometimes do get scratches, so I love my application smooth and looking nice and natural and clean also. So I buff a lot. Buffer is one of my favorite implements that I use, so I really buff a lot. Then lastly I applied my top coat. So this is a dry top coat. You don't need to cure this top coat, it dries so fast. It is beautiful, it has that extra gloss. So all the product that I used on these videos are NailsforU product. I love this brand, it works for me. I hope you all enjoyed my video. Thank you for watching.